pacman.pt.vu.
Remain in your houses. The President of the United States has declared martial law under Executive Order 11,004.
Will they do it? Will they pull the trigger this time? We all pray they stand down, but an engineered crisis seems more likely with each passing day. Think it can't happen here? Executive Order 10990 locks down all highways. Executive Order 10995 seizes control of all media outlets. Executive Order 10998 controls all farms and food supplies. All these executive orders are now cocked, loaded, and waiting for the right crisis. So if you're worried about the possibility of martial law here in America or have questions about how to survive it, go to martiallawsurvival.com. That's martiallawsurvival.com. Go to martiallawsurvival.com right now.
You must remain in your houses until your bracelets are scanned.
Folks, this is the type of news pouring across my desk. NBC Miami, suspicious package, TSA worker jailed after joke. MIA worker assaults colleague who made crack at genitalia after walking through machine. They wave good-looking women in, sit there and laugh. They record the naked images. They do it with movie stars. And they make a joke at the end of the article about, well, he had a small, it says, but if this latest incident is any indication, the scanners sound like good news for anti-terrorism and bad news for less than average men. So now they're just admitting, yeah, we're going to record your genitals and we're going to laugh at them and we're going to arrest you if you don't like it. And they make the TSA workers go through it too to teach them to be slaves. Going back to Red Beckman, you were talking about an Oath Keeper rally that's supposedly going to have 5,000 people at it in Missoula, Montana. That's just out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, everywhere, people are rediscovering the Constitution and discovering the bankers that are taking over.
The Oath Keepers, Chuck Baldwin is going to be there, and of course Richard Mack, the former sheriff in Arizona, and of course I plan to be there. There'll be 4 of the speakers that I know of off of SPLC's top 40 there at that rally, and it's going to be a great rally of freedom lovers, and you know, these one-worlders, when do they ever put anything together with that kind of a crowd?
Absolutely. They are really getting scared. Going back to legislation in Congress, moving quickly, Bloomberg saying, just let us put anybody we think is an extremist on a list, and you can't buy a gun outside of law. I mean, they're really getting bold. You're an expert.
Nervous. They're panicking.
Well, as an expert on the Constitution, Red Beckman, I mean, how many areas of the Constitution, Bill of Rights, does this violate? I mean, that's one of the main reasons for 1776 was the king was doing similar things back then.
Absolutely, and you know, the rights that we, the people, the powers which we, the people, enumerated in the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. We gave certain powers to the national government. If those powers are abused, if those powers are unused, those powers go back to the people. That's the 10th Amendment. We reserve those powers. If those powers are not properly administered by the government, they come back to us. You know, Montana history, they've got a history, of course, a heritage. Back in 1862 or 3, the gold miners, their gold was being stolen by a gang, and they found out that the gang was the head of the gang was the local sheriff that had been elected as sheriff. They took him out and they hung him. Well, you see, this was just they just retrieved the powers that they had delegated to the sheriff, and he was misusing them, and so the people took the powers back. And you know, we've got an international precedent that we really need to bring out and tell the people about. And back in 1989, all of Eastern Europe was in an uproar. Poland and Hungary and all. And on Christmas Eve in Romania, in Budapest, the people took to the streets, and they'd had a long-time communist dictator, and the people took to the streets. They'd had enough. And the old dictator, he thought, well, I'll show them. And so he sent the military. He told the military to go and clear the streets. And the military, their unit, started down the street with their tanks and their troops. And they didn't go very far. And they stopped. They had a little conference. They turned around and went back to the government building. They arrested the dictator and his wife, and I think it was one of his sidekicks. They arrested them. They had a military tribunal trial, and they took them out behind the building up against a wall and had a firing squad kill them, and it was in worldwide television. I'm sure you saw it on television,
yes,
just like I did. Now, that's a precedent that we want to get across to the American people, that this is what we may have to do. But the power that we have enumerated to the government to set up a police force, to set up the FBI and a military and all, if they misuse that power, if they use that power against us, we have a right to take that power back and put it back in our hands, and then we're going to have to do what we have to do with these scoundrels.
Red Beckman, stay there. We're going to be right back after the break. Phone call straight ahead.
We're on the march. The Empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
You may be arrested and or subject to other police action.
Tyranny is here. The grim future foretold in 1984 has become reality.
It really says that the state is God.
The United States is now recognized globally as one of the most oppressive police states on Earth. This film conclusively proves the existence of a secret network of FEMA camps, now being expanded nationwide. This documentary exposes how the continuity of government program has established an all-powerful shadow state. Police State 4 chronicles the sickening depths to which our republic has fallen. Prepare to enter the secretive world of emergency dictatorship. Body scanners, sound cannons, citizen spies, stage terror, and cameras on every street corner. It's only the beginning of the New World Order's hellish plan. The police state isn't coming. It's here. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or see it online in the highest quality at PrisonPlanet.tv. Hello, this is Alex Jones with some important questions. If you're going into a battle and they give you a rifle and a sidearm, how much ammunition do you want? My answer would be all I can get. In the battle for freedom and the lives of your loved ones, food is your only ammunition. How much do you want? When do you want it? Now or after the battle starts? When will you need it? Can you buy it without proper identification? Will there be any food? Will it make your children sick? If there's a quarantine and you can't feed yourself, will you go to the gathering center and be immunized? You wipe out all these problems if you have a good food supply. Food is your ammunition to fight for your freedom and your life. How much will you need? We don't know. How much do you want? All you can get. I'm Alex Jones. I want all of you good guys to live to fight another day. Call 1-800-409-5633 or check it out on the web at efoodsdirect.com. Again, that number, 1-800-409-5633. Let me tell you a little bit about one of our great sponsors, HomeGain.com. This is the place to get you started buying or selling a home, finding a realtor, and getting any real estate questions answered. Go to HomeGain.com and see what I'm talking about. All you need to do is type in your home address, and you will get an instant free estimate of your home's value online. This is a great way to be able to monitor the value of your home. And again, it's absolutely free. There are tons of tools to help you. For instance, if you want to remodel your home, go to HomeGain.com. Use their Home Sale Maximizer to help you determine which home improvements can most increase your home's value before you put it on the market. For 10 years, these folks have been helping home sellers and buyers. Visit their link at Infowars.com. Look for Max, the orange home gain gorilla, to help you with any real estate needs you might have. You'll love this site. It's homegain.com, HOMEGAIN.com. Check them out today.
But to many Mexican-American students on campus, it is a big deal, saying they were offended by classmates wearing American colors on a Mexican holiday.
I think they should just apologize, because it is a Mexican Heritage Day, and we don't deserve to get disrespected like that. We wouldn't do that on 4th of July.
But the boys and their families say there will be no apology.
I'm not going to apologize. I did nothing wrong. I went along with my normal day. Okay, I might have worn American flags, but I'm American and I'm proud to be American, so that's why I wore it. I don't feel like it's wrong at all. I'm not apologizing to anybody.
There will not be an apology. Matthew is part Hispanic. Okay? He's American. So, no, there's no apology. There will be no apology from any Darion.
See, this is the criminal government invoking racial division. By the way, all over the country on the 4th of July, you can just Google 4th of July rally beat up by illegals, and you'll see it all over the country. The illegals come out and attack. They pull American flags down.